Welcome everyone. This is the All in FPL show. We are back as ever to give you the very, very best advice. And as always, I'm joined by my two partners in crime. First off, Doyle, how are you?
Yeah, good. How are you doing, JB?
Very good. We've been waiting 2 hours to film it while you've been commuting. And then, we're finally up and running, so that's good. It's good to get it underway.
Long old commutes, that's for sure.
And also the main man himself, the money man, the richest man on the planet, Joshua Waldridge. How are you?
Yeah, short commute for me, so I'm all good. Thank you, mate.
Good, good.
Yeah,
You barely work anyway these days, do you? You just live off your winnings.
yeah. Well, I haven't seen you in the office for a while, mate. So I think I'm winning the rankings at the moment.
That's because you've been at home just living off like all the money, so you don't need to go to work anymore. See, some of us are hard at work every day, unlike some.
Oh God, I'm very much working hard, but yeah, I guess we should talk about some fantasy football rubbish, if that's all
Let's
right.
do it. Doyle, what is coming up tonight?
So we're starting with the usual game week roundup. We'll keep that short and sweet. Go through the points. Probably top as usual, but not 100% on that. Then we've got Josh's mystery game, which is as much a mystery to JB and I as it is to you, the viewer. So I'm very excited for that. Before we round up, usual, quickly looking ahead at the next game week. So without further ado, let's kick off with the game week review. So who was bottom of the pile? Let me guess. Was it Josh?
I think so.
Oh,
I think it might be Jesus Christ. Well, you two didn't do great actually.
No,
Well,
I've still been looking forward to this all weekend. This is talk us through it.
so I know we said short and sweet, but I actually don't know how to begin here. Actually don't know what to do.
you just missed the 10 million rank. That would have been amazing.
Oh God.
9.57 million game week rank.
So I stuck with the plan, despite the injury news. I really thought Jared Bowen was going to play, to be honest. So I capped Jared Bowen. Luckily, he wasn't on the bench, so I guess I was a bit lucky there. Really, I'm glad he didn't come on or anything. So bloody hell! Sorry, the alarm's going off. Oh, there's always something, isn't there? But yeah, we're good to go now. So Jared Bowen didn't play. My vice
Like
captain.
red zone, this Josh. Like red zone, the house is burning down around you while you're still recording the All in FPL.
That was amazing on Sunday. That was one of the best moments ever. But we won't sidetrack. We'll we'll get on. So yeah, Bowen captain, Johnston vice. It was conscious decision, by the way. Like I know some people just put the vice on the goalkeeper for a joke, but I thought Luton away. I thought he was my second best option, to be honest. Genuinely. You could have argued Son, but they've looked toothless. I got very lucky with that, obviously, because he had 4 goals disallowed. But yeah, I wasn't really interested in Son. Salah was pathetic again. Knew he wouldn't be involved in that game at all. The assists come from a miracle again. So congratulations to anyone who took that captaincy line, because that's horrendous. But happens and works out again. Well done. So yeah, I had Johnston captain 1 point doubled, which is, they had the clean till 75 minutes. They did have it, like it was there, like it was just, it all came crashing down very quickly. The rest of this is pretty garbage. My only returns were Gabriel. Bruno Fernandes got an assist. He also got an assist by handing the ball to Marcus Rashford for a penalty. And yeah, Salah got his lucky assist, and Ollie Watkins got a goal and got booked and lost all the bonus and stuff like that. So yeah, everyone else blanked, and the team looks abysmal. Who is next, please? Unless there's any comments or questions.
Got your rolling transfer.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Team was in too good shape to make any moves there. Unfortunately, couldn't think of anything to do.
I honestly, I'm struggling again this week, to be honest. I actually don't think I've got anyone to sell. I'm looking at it. I'm just like, we go again, boys. We'll give them another chance. You know what I mean? So, yeah, 40 points was next, I think, and that was probably JB, right? Oh no, is it you?
It's me. It's me. Sadly, first week not top of the pile in a long time. It's sad to see. Sad to see it happen. I blame Bruno again for that, like you did, Josh, handing that pen away. Possibly would have taken me to the top, but it's what it is. Palace didn't keep a clean sheet, which was amazing. That seemed very strange to me. Otherwise it's all pretty bland, to be honest. With you, with the Bruno return, I capped Haaland, which was the obviously correct captain for the week, so glad to get that one right. And then sleeper return, everyone blanked. Otherwise, Diaby up at half time is a headache. We will discuss later. Had Bowen, got Archer on. Literally nothing to discuss unless anyone has any comments or thoughts.
It was a very one return week, wasn't it? And no bonus either, except there's one man that's coming up very shortly who got a big return, but we'll get to him in a minute. Yeah, but another fucking joke, toothless Chelsea again. Right, go on,
JB. Do your victory lap.
I'll keep it fairly short. Again, it's similar to the other week where I might have top scored, but there weren't much between the top scorers and the lowest scorers. Like Josh's abysmal team still was only 15 points behind or something like that. So it's not the end of the world. I will say well done for going through and actually vice-captaining Johnson after all the shit we gave you last week. I didn't actually think you would do it, but fair play. Fair play. I mean,
well done's the right word phrase. But
well done for having the balls. But we did say on the show what an awful decision it was. But
on the dossier for our league every week, I do win the Balls of Steel award every single week. So that's something I can end the season with my head held high at least.
It's just a shame that Balls of Steel usually comes with a 1-pointer. That's the problem for you. Anyway, onto my team. Not. Main talking point, I guess, is that I captained Eze, so I did go a little bit rogue as well. But I just thought it was a good opportunity while Salah was coming up against Haaland, and I didn't think there'd be any explosive returns in that, so I kind of got that bit right, that there was just a goal and an assist. But Eze unfortunately got injured, went off, only played half the match. Really, really annoying. I did think I was in a lot of trouble at that point. Haaland and Salah didn't hurt me too much, whoever captained them, and obviously I've got them. But I was a little bit worried until the king himself, Mr. Gordon, popped up. Everton legend, right at the end as well, assisting a goal. So happy with that. It really saved my bacon, made it a good weekend for me. And other than that, nothing much really happened. Chelsea did manage to score to ruin my double clean sheet. I did make the right decision. I benched Matty Cash for Livramento, so got a whopping 2 points extra. Porro, a little bit of a differential, got an assist for me, and that was pretty much it, really.
Porro's just so good. Every week he looks like he does get an assist every week.
He does the inverting winger thing, but he actually seems to invert into the middle of the penalty box a lot, so it's pretty good, I think. I think he's, out of all the defenders, Trippier ticks over. There's no defenders at the moment who are looking any good, but he's the only one of the sort of traditional wing backs who seem to be doing really well. We had, obviously in the past we had Trent and Robbo and James, Chilwell. Porro's in that mould for me. He's looking really good at the moment.
Agreed.
Yeah. Shall we move swiftly on then? What is it next? Do you want to introduce the game for Josh, and then Josh can tell us what it is?
Yeah, very excited to reveal, for Josh to reveal his mystery game, Josh's game of mystery, I guess. Go on, Josh, take it away.
I mean, this was just to save you boys from having to do any prep for once, you know what I mean? I was just trying to help you out, to be honest. But this game isn't quite as exciting as I thought it was about a couple of hours ago, I have to say. I mean, I thought it was a very, very exciting when I thought of it. I was doing work, JB, but just a brief second away from work, you know.
You turned into Jim Davidson and Des O'Connor for a couple of minutes with a game show all of a sudden. Hold the hot topic, boys, it's all sorted.
Yeah, as if you two was actually going to do anything. Hold your horses, lads. Stop.
I've been extensive research all last 2 days for the hot topic, and then suddenly you've stole it.
I had an entire deck with ideas, different pictures, but as soon as I heard mystery game, I thought, wow, Josh has got it. So go on, Josh. What's the name of your game?
It's called Rotation Risks. That's what the game's called, right? It's a very simple game. All you've got to do is open your team up, have it in front of you, your 15 boys that you got right now. this is good for Doyle actually, because Doyle gets to make multiple changes to his team very, very soon with a wild card still in hand. So I think it's more relevant for me and JB to like look at how to use our transfers in the next sort of 4 or 5 weeks. But I want you to look at your team, JB and Doyle, and I want you to tell me how many of your current team you think will play every game between now and Christmas. And I think it's quite a telling thing to do, you know what I mean? Because it's like it sort of helps you out to see who you might want to be looking to sell over this very, very busy period. Because I think there's 8 game weeks between now and New Year's Day. And like obviously we've only got a month of that time. It's pretty crazy, isn't it, really? There's a month of time and there's 8 game weeks. I think it's 7 actually, but it goes all the way up to week 20. So weeks 14 to 20. How many of your team would you be confident start 7 out of 7 games? And I looked at mine and it doesn't make good reading, I'll tell you that.
Well, I would say I can't really include Turner and Osuna on my bench. So my reserve goalie and my third bench.
Skip those. You got some fodders. It's fair enough.
So out of 13 players, and assuming Eze's comes back fit, I'd say 11 out of 13.
11?
I think that's... I haven't even seen your team, but I think that's wild.
Sounds high. I've got 7 for me.
I should probably do it for mine, actually.
Oh,
my 2 goalkeepers will play every game, I think. Johnston and Areola.
Yeah, I got Areola. That was my one.
I wouldn't rely on Gabriel or Martinelli. I think they're almost 0% to start all 7 games, for example. Martinelli will probably feature in all 7, I would say, but he'll be benched for at least 1 or 2, I would say, with the amount of bodies they've got now. I think Bruno Fernandes will. I think Bowen will if he's fit. I think Salah will. Son will, if he, again, pending injury. Watkins definitely will. Maybe Pau Torres. So I think I've got 6. I don't think Matty Cash... What, sorry?
JB, you said you got 11.
I don't think Matty Cash starts every game. Simi Cash doesn't. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't count Matt Cash. I don't think he will.
Who did you count?
Who did you count?
So Trippier?
Yeah, he will. Yeah, that's fine.
Will he?
I think so. They've got so many injury troubles.
He's their best player, so probably.
I mean,
40.
Bayer for Burnley.
Yeah, he might.
Areola.
Yeah.
Tottenham have got so many injuries. Pedro Porro as well. They've got about 2 defenders. Anthony Gordon, likewise again, they've got nobody who can play.
I don't know about that one.
No
I
chance
don't know about that one.
I don't know. They haven't really got anyone. Who are they going to
Harvey
play?
Barnes is back. He's been...
There was an update on him about he might be back after Christmas now, Harvey Barnes. So that was the latest today.
Yeah, if he's not back, then mate, you've got a shot to be fair.
And then Wilson's out for the next 4 games or something like that as well.
Yeah, Isaac's looking a good pick, by the way.
They've just got no one, Newcastle, at the moment. Longstaff as well has got an injury as well now in the middle. So Joe Linton will have to play there. Anyway, Cole Palmer, he's our best player. I can't see how we could not play him.
There's no chance. That one is a 0%. And Kunku's almost back. He'll be back next week.
No, well, yeah, but he's going to be up front, I reckon. So I think Palmer will be fine. I can't see how we're going to drop Palmer. And remember,
you've got a lot of bodies, mate. You've got a lot of bodies now in those
every
positions.
Game.
We're not playing European football either, so we haven't got a schedule like other teams. So
24,
I don't see it.
though. They're going to rotate for sure.
Maybe one. I'd be more confident that he gets the most starts in the Chelsea lineup of all of our attackers.
Yeah, but it might just be that no one starts 7. I think would be my thinking there. Sure,
maybe not 7. All right, I'd say 6. Then he'd start 6. Salah. Eze, as long as Eze's fit, I can't see.
I don't think you're looking good there. I think I've seen things that he's out for a month or something.
Yeah, so, he'd be out of my team this week anyway. I think I might transfer him out. Haaland, obviously Haaland blanks. But apart from that, would he...
I'm not sure Salah plays every game.
He might miss one.
Yeah, he might do the Boxing Day midweek.
The thing is, though, Doyle, they've got AFCON. He might just run him into the ground and set fucking off. You know what I mean? So it's after these 7 games that he goes off. So yeah, I think he'll just run him into the ground and then say, "See you later. Good luck, Egypt."
Yeah, and that was it for me, really.
I think. Like, obviously, I think we can be. somewhat confident Salah, Haaland, Watkins, and Son play every game. So that's 4 you've got straight away, and that's where most of your money is as
I
well.
think Haaland on this one.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I think maybe we should be thinking more like, because I think 6 is the highest you can guarantee in most spots, right?
I was going to say, for the purposes of this game, I think 6.
Yeah,
Is better.
6 out of 7.
You
And
might
then
get rested once or something, but now on starters.
and then if you get 7 out of 7, I'll give you bonus points. So I'll be tracking this, by the way. So JB, you reckon 11? Yeah. Of your
Yeah, I'll go
13
11.
lads?
I'll go 11.
Doyle, you reckon like from your current crop about 5 or something, 6 or 7 or?
Are we counting what we're doing with Bowen? What's going on with Bowen?
Yeah, Bowen will start 7 out of 7 if he's fit.
If he's fit, I think he's the same as Eze. If they're both fit, they're the main man for their teams.
Okay, so am I counting him or not?
Yeah, I've counted him. I think he's back this week, so
I've got 9 then.
you don't need to wildcard then, mate. Put it back.
No. Back in my pocket. I mean, one of them is Cameron Archer, but he counts, right? He's elite.
He'll start, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's elite, so he counts as one of them, right?
I think I'm up to 9, actually. I think Simicast won't. Darwin Núñez, no chance. Martinelli, no. Gabriel, no. Cash, no. And then maybe one more. So I reckon I'm on 9. So it's good to identify those problems, isn't it? Because for me and you, JB, they're the ones we've got to sort of sell during this period. You know what I mean? I would just rather have a Watkins any day of the week for this run. You know what I mean? Where I just know he's going to start every game. And I think Mbeumo is one I really want to target this week, because I think, do you agree he probably starts every game? I think he does, right?
Everyone's getting Mbeumo in. I kind of want to fade him because everyone's fucking getting him.
Yeah, his ownership's going to be crazy, but I just want to lock him in and just forget about that spot, I think.
And again, I think so in this period as well, teams who ain't playing in Europe, where they haven't already played so many matches, they can afford to play the odd extra games in midweek, like Mbeumo, the Chelsea players. You know, whereas you get a Champions League team or any conference Europa, they play so much as well that they've already had 2-3 months at this, playing Wednesday, Saturday. Whereas a team like Brentford, if it's just a Christmas period, really, it's not the end of the world.
I'm going to absolutely Hawkeye the Arsenal team midweek this week, because I think if Jesus starts this one, he's going to be benched on Saturday, I think, because they've literally got Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday. And I think Nketiah or Trossard or something might get a run up front, in which case Martinelli becomes the good pick again, because like, as in, when Jesus plays, he's rubbish. Like, he's so bad when Jesus plays, like, compared to when he doesn't. So I'm really hoping he plays tomorrow night, and then I'm hoping Nketiah or Trossard have a run, like I say, because then I think Martinelli might actually be a good pick for the weekend again, because yeah, I'm already regretting that transfer, to be honest.
So what is the main takeaway here then, Josh? What's it's a fun game while it lasted. Is it about all nailed players through the Christmas period and planning and making sure that you secure at least a few of them? And one other thing to note, there's a blank game week for Haaland and everyone's got Haaland in the game apart from Josh. So Man City and Brentford and Mbeumo will be popular.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of teams with Mbeumo, Alvarez / Doku and Haaland right now, for example. So that's already people down to the bare 11. You know what I mean? And 18 could be a week where there is rotation. Like, that could be a really tricky week for a lot of people. So I think by that point, I want to only have Haaland and Mbeumo maximum. I think that would be my aim for that week, I think.
I think if people have got that, like a bit of bench fodder in that third place, and then you haven't got Haaland and potentially Mbeumo, game week 18 as well, it's a really dodgy one because it's right before Christmas. I mean, one of the games is on Christmas Eve, Wolves v Chelsea, and it starts on before the weekend on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it goes all the way through. So that kind of is the busy Christmas period already kicked into gear. So managers will be looking at the Boxing Day fixture, which is only a couple of days later. So there may be rotation in game week 18 as well as Boxing Day. So if you really do need to prepare for that, I think you want a solid team.
Who would be like should we pick 3 guys each who you think would be like a really sensible person to bring in now, who would play all 7 games or something, like, or close to? We've already
He's a
mentioned
bit strong without any prep here, isn't it, Doyle? God, he's thrown us under the bus.
Well, I mean, I can go first definitely if you want, just so you've got a bit of thinking time. Saka's the one that comes to mind for me. I really want to get him in. They've got good fixtures as well. I really want him in. I think
he's really cheap, Saka. I didn't realise.
Well, yeah,
really cheap, Saka.
Yeah, I know he's really good.
Actually, a really good pick.
It's funny when you sort of you stick to the Bruno believer mentality and then you realise Saka's the same. It's just like oh, it's a bit tempting. But no, Martinelli to Saka, I think for me it's something I'm eyeing up in the next few weeks, whether it be this week or maybe even next week. I think
I'll go next one if I've just thought of one.
Go on then.
Saliba for Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think they've got the best defence at the moment and most clean sheets in the Premier League. And I think Saliba is the one who's nailed as opposed to Gabriel. So I think if someone's going to be dropped, it's Gabriel. And Saliba's playing really, really good as well. So I like him. He seems like maybe he might get dropped for the odd game over Christmas, but I think going forward, even week in, week out, just as a standard pick, Saliba seems probably the most sensible defender at the moment who's just going to always tick over in a good defence. He might be a little bit more expensive, but we're not really spending any money on the defence anyway. So, yeah, he's a good pick. I think, Doyle, you got him, haven't you? He's been good for you, yeah?
Yeah, I've had him all season. Great pick. Yeah, very solid.
I'm going to be on sideways moves galore here. I'm 2 out of 2 so far. Saka and Saliba in for Martinelli and Gabriel so far. And then, like, I've obviously got the Liverpool boys as well, like Tsimikas and Darwin. They're not good for this period. They were all fun and games for the last few weeks. Like, and you know they've both looked really good. To be fair, when they've played, I think I like the involved guys.
I think Tsimikas is okay. To be honest, I feel like he plays like 5 or 7.
We've got to keep an eye on Robertson. I mean, he might be back soon. It has been a while.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, so I think that one's a bit of a risky one. I think if we were looking at a striker.
No, he's expected about 21st of Jan. Ages.
Oh, we're fine then. Yeah, it was just one to monitor. That's all. I was just, you know. So if that is the case, he plays at least half the games. It's just, you know, there was a bit of a doubt going into the big haul, ironically, that he wasn't going to play that game because he got subbed off in the Europa League because he was so rubbish. But yeah, have you got one, Doyle, that you think will play or?
No.
Okay, I'll do another one while you wait.
I'm doing some extensive research here, which will bear fruits.
Someone who's not...
all your defenders red flag, JB? What's happened?
Well, my defenders
all got red flags. There's no one to play.
Oh, Chelsea, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Well, getting suspended, sent off.
What's happened to James? Oh,
sent off.
Sent off.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, he was a good player. He was actually a nice little pick, he was, but not anymore, obviously.
Those fixtures are so good in week
16, from 16.
17.
Yeah, 17.
Going, you'll be looking at Cucurella. He'll be the only last man standing, probably, for us.
He's suspended as well.
Got Thiago Silva, who's about 56, so we'll need a rest at some point.
Is Cucurella suspended as well?
Yeah.
5 yellow. I think he's back next game, maybe, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just had 5 yellows. Yeah, he's probably out for this one, isn't he?
Oh, I've got one then.
Come on, it's been a long time coming.
Best pick in the game. Midfield general. Second striker. It's Abdoulaye Doucouré.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd say that. I think that's a very reasonable play for this time of year. It's a bit of a magical time of year, isn't it? So, yeah.
He's just really good, though, right? He's just a really good pick. Like his XP is just immense. He's actually just a really, really pick. I said this last week, I think, but he's just really good.
He was my super punt last week.
Yeah.
You didn't play so good at the weekend, but I just think as a long term, yeah.
I didn't watch it, but from what I've heard, because JB, did I tell you this? What happened? I was in the pub in central London, like literally Tottenham Court Roadway, and the game was on. 20 minutes in, everyone watching it. So they just turn it over, put on the Roma game on. I turn around, it turns into a massive Roma Ultras pub. It was mental. It was just it was chanting, singing. It was just in the middle of London. They turned off a Man United game. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Interesting.
Saved me from the result, though, to be fair. So.
Weird. No, yeah, I did hear. I saw some pictures. I saw your look of disgust I think one of the boys posted it.
Apparently, we're better than them for most of the game. They obviously scored the wonder goal, and then Ashley Young did Ashley Young things.
Right.
Yeah, Decore is mine. Josh, you got one?
I got another unsexy one, very unsexy striker though. I think Dominic Solanke will play every game, and I think he's a reasonable pivot off someone like a Darwin Núñez who probably won't. I don't think Alvarez will play every game either, and he blanks in 18. So once you take off a bit of rotation there, he probably only starts 4 of the next 7. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden he could become a bad one as well. And I think Solanke's fixtures are quite good. He plays 90 every game. He has penalties. So, yeah, pretty good pick, I think.
Good pick. That the fixtures are really good as well. 16 from 17, sorry. 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, and that's when the crunch time is, isn't it? That's when you want just a Mr. Reliable, I think. So, yeah, that's my second one.
Yeah, not bad.
Have you got one, JB?
It is tough because it's unlikely that someone will play every game. But if you're looking just to say who's going to play the majority of games out of every single player in the league and who's going to be the best pick to get the most minutes, I still think you mocked me earlier, but I think Andy Gordon, just because they've got so many troubles and he's young, energetic, I just don't think they've got anyone else to play there for Newcastle. And he's so cheap anyway. He's not going to hurt you where you're going to tie up a lot of value. And likewise at the back, Trippier, where they've got their other troubles as well. Where Dan Burns out for so long. If they did rotate someone, I reckon that Trippier would probably go to the other side, and then Liver and Hall would probably rotate maybe. And they obviously play for a good team, so they are two options. Maybe a sneaky one for Spurs. I think Kulusevski. Again, they've got loads of injuries, and that makes...
Maybe stop taking all the picks. We don't want to
that makes Son why he was nailed, because they've got Richarlison's injured and that. So, yeah, and Kulu's always underrated as well. I think he's a really good player.
JB's done 5, I think, so far. Right, it's up to you, Dol. Right,
apparently Kulu's a really bad pick, so it's fine. But and he didn't say the best pick, but it's still remaining on the board somehow. But it's probably too obvious, actually. I don't think I should say it, really, because it's like everyone probably got him already. Wanky Chang.
Your favourite.
I did think him.
He's good. He's just a menace.
He's very nailed.
He's got goals. He's nailed. He's just the best pick in the game, I think, actually. I might bring it in right now for Diaby on stream.
On the stream.
Give the viewers what they want.
I don't think they're bothered, Dol. What you could do if you want.
I'm going to click it right now.
I mean, to be fair, he's never been nailed, but he's playing so well that he has to be nailed now, I think.
He's definitely nailed. I mean, it's not a question.
And then, obviously, Neto's been injured as well, so...
Yeah, they're really swamped as well with injuries. There's a lot of teams that are absolutely buried with injuries at the moment, which isn't necessarily good for output, but it is good for nailedness during this
That's what period. Really makes me worried about Tottenham, because like Porro, Son, they're nailed for me, but their team's taken a hit. We've seen over the last couple of games, they just ain't looking as good as they did at the beginning of the season. And it's really telling now as well. So, yes, they're nailed, but if the team ain't playing as well and they're not getting as many points, is that a good thing? It's kind of a 50-50 situation.
Yeah, they're nailed, but they're rubbish, I suppose. Do you want nailed rubbish ones? Like, it's tough, isn't it? But I've got one that's nailed and not rubbish.
Let's make this the last one.
I need to stay on brand here. James Ward-Prowse is obviously a great pick for this festive period.
It's not bad. That's not bad.
Just always plays, takes all the set pieces. Just let him tick over for you over this Christmas. You won't have to touch him till you want someone more exciting, basically after the fixture pile-up's done. So yeah, James Ward-Prowse.
Ward-Prowse. I didn't hear you said.
Yeah, probably cut out, but JWP, I'll stay on brand. Yeah, there you go.
Sorry. Okay, have you got any more, JB? I've got 2 more. I just want to quickly.
Ooh, no, I want to hear yours. Far away.
Well, this team, they've had their critics over the season. Let's put it that way. But they're all right.
And double up.
They've got the best record in the league in the last 5-6 games. They just spanked Everton 3-0.
Yeah, and I said, I know you.
It's the United combo. Bruno Fernandes, and guess who's back? Marcus Rash. two pretty nailed on lads. Playing
Fernandez is
Fernandes.
obvious, I think. Yeah, I love Fernandez for this period. I'm not selling him. Dull. This is where we stick to our season keeper thing, I think.
Yeah, sits the season keeper. Maybe double up with Rashford. Off you go. United.
Back to game week one. Back to game week one we go.
Come on, the boys.
One thing
I think
as
there's
well-
enough there. I think that's like a nice little section just to like talk about. It's more for us really to help us decide who we're going to be bringing in the next few weeks. But I've got my eyes on Saka and Buemo. I've obviously already got Fernandez, and I really like the Gordon shout. Now I know Barnes is out. I think before if I thought Barnes was back, that's a direct threat. You know what I mean? But if he's not back, I think Gordon just has to play really. Yeah. So. Nice.
Very good. Right, shall we move on to the game week preview? Talk about our transfers. Who's looking good?
Let's do it. JB, you kick off, mate, while you're there.
Okay. So 2 free transfers this week. I have 2.1 million in the bank, almost as much as Josh. And there's a few things I can do. Eze is probably a problem. I assume he's going to be out. From what we've heard. So this might be my opportunity now to finally get Saka back because I am leader of the Saka fan club. So I'm going to bring him in. And everything we've just said as well about having nailed players who are going to play a lot of minutes, who've got good returns in them, that's exactly what you want at this period. And yeah, so for me, Saka's probably going to come in. And to do that, I might need to use the other transfer as well. So it's almost a case of planning 2 or 3 transfers ahead because I'm going to be juggling money around, maybe a position around. I want to make sure that I'm using it so that I set myself up well for next week as well. So I've got Matt Cash. He obviously hasn't been performing very well. They're going to play a lot of games. And I think even just looking at this weekend, he might not even get in the team because he's playing right wing as well. They've got a lot of good defenders. So he could be rotated. So he is looking shaky. He's probably going to drop in price as well. I did get on him pretty early, so I've got a lot of money tied up in him. But I think he will drop once or twice in price. So maybe something to Saka and then downgrade Cash because I'm not that interested in many defenders at the moment. No defenders are doing anything. We're playing like 200 minutes a game in the Premier League. There's hardly any clean sheets knocking about. So I might just go really cheap at the back. Someone like Braith, what is it, Braithwaite? Is that how you say it, Doyle?
One of the two, yeah.
Yeah, he's on 4 yellows, but I mean, he'd be sort of first on the bench anyway. So maybe someone cheap like him. I'm blocked from Lascelles for Newcastle because I've got the Newcastle triple up. He's another good defender people could be looking at. Charlie Taylor for Burnley. Burnley have got a really good fixture run. So although he's cheap, I think he's at, they've got some good fixtures. He's cheap as well. So someone like that and then Saka. That's probably what I'm going to do. Captain at the moment is on Salah for this week.
You're going to have the Burnley double up, JB?
I could have the Burnley double up, couldn't I?
I was thinking about that when you said it, yeah. I think that we do need to know Trippier and Bruno are on 4 yellows as well, so that might mean they probably miss a game over Christmas, to be honest. So I did forget about that.
If I did bring in Charlie Taylor, I'll be honest, he'd probably be going with a Burnley triple up this week. Because I think I'd play him ahead of Porro, because I can't see Porro away at the Etihad against Man City. Yes, he's a good attacker, but I like the fact that it could be a clean sheet there, Burnley against Sheffield United.
Yeah, is Bayer already in the lineup, or?
He's in my lineup, yeah.
It could be a double up. It could be a big double up.
Yeah.
You'll be the only one with that, mate.
You'll
be the only one starting that this week.
I definitely would do it as well.
Yeah,
home to Sheffield United.
For it.
Otherwise, it'd be Livramento against Man United or Porro away at Man City. So, yeah, bring on Sheffield United.
Yeah, and just I think you've got like your eighth attacker is Palmer / Gordon, right? And obviously you're going to be playing a lot of both of them the next few weeks. So I think you're even sorted in the eighth attacker position. Archer's obviously good as well, by the way. So like the people who've got Archer, I think he's just perfect for this run of fixtures, isn't he? I think for this period as well.
I did hear a stat though. Out of the last 6 games, for Sheffield United. In 4 of them, he didn't even have a shot on goal.
He's saving them for goals, mate. He's just very efficient.
Yeah. Anyway, that's me.
So you're
Subject.
getting rid of Son, sorry, for a second. So,
Yeah. The other thing was I might get rid of Son for Saka, and then plan next week. For Eze, I could get Bowen if he's back. That's why I'm sort of flirting between what to do next week as well, so that I can make sure I've got 5 good midfielders. But yeah, maybe Son for Bowen, Eze for Saka, Taylor or Braithwaite for cash potentially. So yeah, we'll see how it works. But yeah, it'll kind of be 2 transfers this week, 1 transfer next week, all part of it. What would you guys, have you guys got Son?
Yeah. No. One yes, one no.
And so what would you do with Son? Are you thinking because the team isn't playing very well, or you still think, he nearly scored a hat-trick? I think that's a positive, personally. He might have strayed offside by a hair, but I don't know. I'm really confused what to do with him, but I just think he is quite expensive.
Yeah, so I've got the same problem, obviously, JB. I'm toying whether to sell him or Martinelli. Or Bowen if he's injured. But I've got the free slot of Bowen as well. You know what I mean? If he's, and you've got Eze as well, by the way. So like we both got like the free injury slot that might play our hands for us. But
I feel like Bowen should be back though. From what Moyes said, he was almost like he could have made it this week, but maybe not.
I think so as well. And I want him for this game now. I want him for the Palace game. I think he could do really well in that.
And just long term over Christmas, I think you want him as well. He's kind of like I'm already saying I want to bring him in. So he's the player that if you get rid of him now, you're going to want him back. So even if he's injured for a week or so, just maybe hold him on the bench. I'd probably look at Son if I was. Well, I'd look at Fernandes if I was you, but
yeah,
that ain't going to happen.
That ain't a thing, mate. That's not a thing. He's just coming good now. He's actually ticked all year. I was looking at the points. He's actually done fine. But yeah, I can't give up now, unfortunately. Not when he's going to play every game. Like, you just know he's going to play every game. So it's like we stick. I want to bring in Mbeumo and I want to bring in Saka, but I'll probably just do one of those this week. So I'm thinking Son to Mbeumo in my team. And I think I will just do a sideways move at some point when I need to of Martinelli to Saka. I think I will do that at some point, but that won't be this week. I think I'll probably let Martinelli have one more because I think he will play this weekend. Bowen, I think, will be fit. I agree with you, JB, but then I thought he was going to be fit last week, so I'm probably not the best judge on that one.
Yeah, I've got a Thursday night they play in Europe. Yeah, he ain't going to play that, but he might be on the bench potentially, so at least that'd be a sign that he's ready to play football.
I hope he's in Rose Ed with his coat on watching the game. I really hope he's nowhere near that pitch. I'm
almost positive he won't play, but he could be on the bench just for the sake of it, like
bit of morale. Yeah, sit with the boys, like it's a bit fun to sit with the lads, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm going to keep Bowen. If he's ruled out for whatever reason, I will sell him and just be willing to get him back quite quickly. You know what I mean? I think because I've got 2 free transfers and I'm sort of going to be flip-flopping. Like when I sell Son this week, I've got the intention of getting Son back in a few weeks, probably. You know what I mean? I think like I'm going to be just trying to get the guys who are the 90-minute lads and are going to play every game, and Son, Saka, and Mbeumo all fit into that. So I think they're my in and out plans over the next sort of festive period. Darwin is a tough one. Doyle thinks he's not going to start. I think from what we talked about earlier in the week, Doyle.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's tough. I think
Thursday might help us out.
Yeah, that'll be a good indicator. They play on Sunday as well, which looks like nice.
But then they do play midweek after as well, so it's like.
Well, yeah, if he plays one, probably not playing the other, right? Particularly if he plays on Thursday, there's no chance, right?
Yotta's come down with an injury now, though, so Yotta could be out for a bit.
Oh, has he?
Could help a little bit.
It will help a lot. That's a big help. I do think he likes Jota more than Gakpo at the moment, just from the timing of all the substitutions like that he's made in the last few weeks. Yeah, I think that's really interesting actually. But there's no way Darwin's starting Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday. So Like it's a tough one. If he's benched on Sunday, you get the free start on Wednesday. You know what I mean? So I think I'm just going to risk it for this week. Fulham's great fixture. He could come off the bench and score. So, and then you get the free midweek slot. So, yeah, all good.
I know I ask this every week, but is the plan still game week 16 to get Haaland back for you?
Yeah, it could have been this week if I was a pussy, but I'm not. So, yeah, Salah's got Fulham at home, so I think I'll probably just captain him. So I don't need the Haaland slot again this week. I'm not going to captain. I think the field will go more with Salah this week, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
So I'm happy to go with the boys. Less risk this week, lower EO. So on Haaland. So yeah, we'll stick to the plan. They've got a not a great one next week, haven't they? As well, I think.
City.
Yeah, they've got Chelsea or something.
Villa away.
Yeah, Villa away. I'll take that one. I'll take that one on as well. Liverpool have got Sheffield, so I think we'll be going with Mohamed Salah again. And then, and Arsenal got Luton, so that'll be a Saka cap actually. It's this. I think Haaland's about 6th choice that week. So yeah, we're good there. And then Luton at home in game week 16, we will be getting him back in. I think. Yeah, that's probably the plan. And as I said, I keep saying it every week, but I think I'm going to sacrifice Salah in 16. For Haaland, I've then only got a last 4 weeks of Salah in which he's got tough fixtures, and then he's off to AFCON for a month. So, yeah, I think I'll just flip flop it and try and keep the rest of my team quite expensive and quite nice. You know what I mean? All around Haaland. Over to you, Doyle.
Yeah, I'm a bit torn as to what to do this week. So I've got my wild card still in my back pocket, which needs using at some point for game week. What game week's the cut-off?
It's 20, I think. I think you got to use it before New Year's Day. It's always like that, I think.
Okay, so I've got a little bit of time then.
You got ages.
Yeah, that's a little time. I've got Bowen and DRB at the moment. I do want to get to Saka if I can, but I don't think it's going to happen to be honest, unless I take both of them out and do a sort of double swap for Wang maybe or something. Unless like DRB's got Bournemouth away, then it gets really bad, and I don't know if he's going to play now after he got subbed off at half time. So I'm pretty sure I'll do that move, DRB to Wang, but unsure whether I do the second transfer for Bowen to Saka. I guess it depends on news, right? If there's no news or if he's looking dodgy, I think it's probably a good move to do. But
DRB's a sell now, I think. I think that's a sell, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Just you're just not going to know any week from now till New Year's Day. You know what I mean? You're not going to know any week that he starts, basically. Yeah. Who did you say you're going to get?
Wang.
Oh yeah. Stick to your guns, mate.
Yeah.
You still not interested in getting Ollie Watkins?
Yeah, he's a loser. Can't bother.
We see your team so much that we've kind of gone blind to the fact you haven't got Ollie Watkins, but he keeps on doing it.
He's fine. He ticks. He's got 2.265, so he averages about 3 points a game. So I mean, I'm happy to take that on.
He's going to play every game as well. Maybe like just not Darwin to Watkins. That just seems.
He's got City at home, Arsenal at home after this one. Like,
maybe now's not the time.
then Brentford away. So
the game weeks come so quickly. The next because we've got a couple of midweek rounds as well. In the week,
I'm just
maybe Watkins.
I'm just happy holding Darwin. I just think he's a better pick.
Don't say we didn't try and help.
Yeah, I think it's wrong. I think it'd be wrong for me to get him now. That'd be incorrect.
I'm excited for the wild card actually, though, because I know you won't just like go with the obvious like the highly owned picks. You know what I mean? I know you'll try and find some good spots that are like still nailed over the period or whatever. But
yeah, that's it. It's kind of tough at the moment. It is a bit boring in the midfield, particularly. Like I said, everyone's going to Mbumo. Like the options are just kind of narrowing because the injuries and other stuff, making it a bit more difficult. But yeah, which is why I'm kind of delaying as well. So I don't really think there's any standout guys that I want to sort of try and get to that are going to give me a jump. What about like Sterling, JB? How nail, not nailed? good, bad, ugly?
He's just so hit and miss. I mean, he looks fantastic one game, and then the next game, he's running into defenders and not looking as good again. He's again with us as well, and Kunku coming back, that will affect the rotation up front with the striker and then the two wingers a little bit as well. So probably better options elsewhere, especially in midfield as well. There's so many good options.
Yeah, I guess. I don't mind Bernardo Silva as a pick, just as an aside. He's a sneaky good pick this year.
I'm glad you've really taken the message of the podcast. Let's go for the really nailed.
Sterling and Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, Doku.
Bernardo Silva's the biggest
Grealish.
pick I've ever heard, based on like a mantra that I've tried to get out there this episode, and you've just gone, I think Bernardo Silva's the one. It's just
look at his minutes, mate. 90, 90, 90, 84, 90, 90. He's nailed.
So what I will say is this guy plays so many minutes when De Bruyne is injured. Like, he's their new De Bruyne, you know what I mean? It's crazy, but that's what they do. Like, it's just like, and he doesn't even play in the middle a lot of the time. He plays on the right, but they still lean on him when De Bruyne is out for a bit of creativity, and I find that really interesting. I think, I love him as a player. I think he's absolutely amazing.
Well, it'd be fun when Doyle does his wild card. We'll have a wild card special that week, and when it's Doyle, wild card. So it will be good.
Yeah, there'll be some good picks in there, definitely. Like I say, he's going to go for like a really rogue second striker, for example. And I'm trying to picture in my head who that's going to be right now, because it won't even be someone that's been mentioned all year. It just won't be. There's no chance it's Watkins. It can't be Darwin. Still, maybe it can still be Darwin. Maybe
it might still be Darwin. Darwin might still be there.
Wang Chi better be in there.
Yeah, he'll be in there definitely. He'll have scored. He'll probably be on 20 goals by then.
No, he'll be out by then, mate. He'll be 100% owned. I won't be able to do the year.
Take him on again, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to take him on. I'll hate it. I'll hate myself, but I'll have to do it. But yeah, we'll save that for the wildcard pod coming, sure, not in the not too distant future. The only other thing, my defense, I'm a bit about, because I've started double Palace D again, which sounds really bad this week, but I guess I've got to just play it and pray. If Bowen's out, maybe.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's fine if Bowen's out. I think it boosts it up quite a lot. I've got him on the bench at the moment. I've taken the Areola side. I've just taken the against Palace side, especially without Eze. But I might start Dubravka actually. He might have a better fix. Yeah. I hope you didn't count him in the 7 out of 7s, Doyle.
Well.
Yeah, I'm really torn between getting Mbeumo or Saka. What do you think you guys would do this week if you're in my shoes?
So what are the two options, sorry, in terms of it's Son to Saka or?
No, it would be Son to Saka or Son to Mbeumo, I think would be the two options.
I'll get Saka. I wouldn't sell Son, to be honest. Actually, I wouldn't. But...
Who would you sell Bowen?
Who's your midfielders? You're not selling Bruno.
Martinelli, I think, is probably the one.
Or Martinelli, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd get rid of him. He's crap, man. He's just a really bad pick. Just sell him and get a bit in Beamer.
How many transfers you got?
I can afford Saka, by the way, for Martinelli.
We'll just do that, yeah.
I've got 2 transfers. I wouldn't be using one otherwise, I don't think. I'd literally be rolling these idiots again. But
if you Martinelli to Saka, it's just a massive upgrade.
Yeah. That sounds good. Will I be tempted to do both? Mbeumo and Saka in? Don't know.
I wouldn't sell Son, so I don't see the point of selling Son. I think he's a really good pick.
Yeah, but what my idea was, as I said, was to just sell him this week and then maybe get him back next week or the week after. Like, it's a short-term sell because...
But he's fine against... He's still fine. He's up front. He's good.
I just don't see I don't see where else the transfers get used, really.
Use it on Martinelli to Saka and then reassess next week. You've not got a wild card. You've got 2 free transfers and there's going to be tons of injuries coming up. Just do that.
I do think having 2 next week and every next week coming up is a good strategy, to be honest.
I think something's happened to me in this podcast. I've just recommending A, getting Saka in, and B, not using both transfers and rolling.
You did also say Bernardo Silva, Hwang, and fucking Abdullah Decore.
I'm not going to completely change overnight, am I? Yeah.
It's a mixed bag this week. It's why we like you. You're full of excitement. We don't know what's going to come out next.
You probably will need your transfers anyway for Haaland, don't forget, in a couple of weeks. So you'll need 2 for that, yeah?
Yeah, but that's ages away, mate. That's 3 weeks away. And you know I love a role. I can always find a role. That's the thing. That's the thing always got in me. I can always find a role, even if my team, you know, that emoji where the meme where everything's burning around someone, and I'm just like, it's fine. I'll just roll it again. So, yeah, yeah. Genuinely, I would roll this again this week if I only had one transfer. I think I would just be like, let's have another go, boys. See who does well. But yeah,
Who are you saying, JB? Sorry, Saka or Salah or Haaland, Cap?
This week, Salah for me.
the Egyptian King finally.
Yeah, I just think home Fulham. It's a good game for him, innit?
Doyle will go Haaland.
I think I'm going Haaland. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with going Haaland. He can
I think
score.
pretty close.
I mean, Tottenham is shambolic.
Yeah, they can't defend. They got their centre backs.
It's not bad at all.
Really high line. Yeah, feels like a really.
I just think it's a coin flip, really.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
It's just traditionally Fulham ain't as good as Tottenham, even with injury. So
yeah, but the field goes Salah, right? It's just pretty obvious that the field's going to go Salah here. So
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Haaland gets.
Yeah, he'll still get. I mean, it'll be quite close. I think so.
You think? I don't think so. I think it'll be 80%. I reckon in our league, Blue Sheets, I reckon it's 80% Salah.
I think Salah will be far capture.
Safe week for my rank. Then that's fine.
Yeah.
Can't
but not safe week in the All in FPL table, baby. You need 200 points behind after this week.
We can almost end on this, but I'm in a last man standing league, and I'm in a head-to-head league with the same people, right? And I finished second bottom in last man standing, and the guy I was playing in head-to-head was the guy who finished below me. Because I'm literally the luckiest person in the world.
What must the other guy be thinking? Jesus,
His
he had nothing to beat, and he still lost.
Yeah, his team was scored 0, and that was very apt this week, actually. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was just like I had a chuckle when I saw the last, because they always send out an email to say who the last man standing who got knocked out, and then I realised it was him who I played on head to head. So yeah, very good.
Interesting. Just one thing. If I was you, Josh.
Yeah.
Personally, this is what I'd do. I'd get Biff off Bruno for a start. He'd go. I'd bring in Anthony Gordon. Still think they've got some good fixtures coming up as well. After this week, they're really, really good. They are tasty. And that gives you so much money, you can upgrade Darwin to Haaland probably, no? I don't think
I mean, I'm not getting tempted into doing that. I mean, Darwin's got a great fixture this week. I hope to God he starts. If he's benched on Thursday, that might be my captain, I think. I think that might be my captain this weekend. He's going to have a game where he scores 4 goals at some point this season. He's an absolute nutcase. So, yeah. I'm glad you by telling me to sell him, JB, you've now convinced me to cap him. So that's brilliant.
Yep.
Nah, I'm not selling Bruno. I think I would rather keep Bruno and sell Son. I think if I had to decide right now, because Man United are on the up and Tottenham are on the
yeah,
down.
no, I do get that. And obviously, like you say, Bruno is now, so I can see a tiny bit of logic. It's just that, I don't know, if that was my team, I'd be looking to get rid of I'd highlight Bruno as an issue, basically. He's not getting the returns needed.
Yeah, the fixtures are actually terrible as well, relative to how easy some of the fixtures are in this league. I mean, they've got Newcastle away, then Chelsea, then Bournemouth at home, which is really good. Then they've got another one of the top 6 away, Liverpool away, and then they've got West Ham away. Then they've got Villa at home. So it's not good. I mean, it's not the best set of fixtures, but it's Christmas. Anything can happen at Christmas.
It is. It is. Well, just let it be known. My shout was Newcastle and the Newcastle boys. I like their run until Boxing Day. I think they've got some really good fixtures.
They might have no energy left by like Boxing Day or something like that. They might be all on the floor, aren't they? By then,
that is a good point. That is.
After Bruno scores 4 against them this weekend, it's going to be pretty good.
You know what's going to happen. Bruno's going to bloody score in the Champions League this midweek. He's going to score probably 3 goals or something, and then I'll have to keep him because I'll be like, he's back, big boy's back. then another 5 blanks, and then we'll get 1 goal and we'll keep him again because we'll be like, yeah, this is great. So yeah, all good. I'm keeping Bruno. I don't want to let the fans down.
Well, shall we move on to the final section, the one
Oh,
everyone's been waiting for?
Forgot about this.
It is Punts of the Week. Who did you losers pick last week?
Well,
I picked. Well, go on, Josh. You go first. That's your build the anticipation.
I picked Abdoulaye Doucouré, who is a good pick, and Doyle's vindicated that, so that's absolutely fine. I'll take my L. Got a yellow card, got 1 point. He was absolute crap, but
1 point.
Doyle's
JB,
tipped him,
who did you pick?
I picked the man himself. Another beautiful pick for me, Luca Koleosho for Burnley.
Did he score?
No, he got an assist though. He did get an assist.
Pretty good.
And nobody knows. You didn't know who he was. He's popped up with an assist. Probably, I'm guessing you didn't watch the highlights, but he looked really, really good again. Exactly what I said. So good with the ball at his feet, running past defenders, ran into the box, got an assist for the penalty. And in the first half, it looked even more of a penalty when he got fouled. And it weren't given. I can't believe it weren't given. There was clear contact. So he should actually have had another assist for another penalty. Yeah, he looked really, really good. Good shot in the game as well. Lively. Even commentators said that he was the best thing about Burnley all day. So yeah, that's a win for me. Thank you very much.
Second place for you, JB, actually.
Well, still, yeah, but the quality of my pick, though, do you know what I mean? I'm not like picking any old. People don't know who this guy is.
So
everyone knows who this guy is now. That's for sure. Mr. Anthony Elanga with his banging goal for a crushing 7 points. Destroyed JB's 6 point pick. What a lad! What a player! What a legend!
I do feel like I've trailed behind this week, I have to say, because my other pick was Taiwo Awoniyi, who's now probably out for the season with an injury.
Well, I tell you what, as a team, we're coming up though. We're 0 out of 3 last week, 2 out of 3 this week. We're flying. We're absolutely rocket ship to the moon. And JB's going to give us the first pick for this week to send us even further.
Well, to add to Philip Billing, Luca Koleosho, and Karu Mitoma, my gems from last year and this year. And sorry, I forgot to say, Mohamed Kudus. He only popped up this week, didn't he?
You've got to say him on the right week, though.
Yeah, I know, but I only picked him last week and he didn't get nothing. But this,
can you imagine how out of control this will be when I call in Doucouré's goal in game week 20 and I'm like, I said him in week 12, so that's
more like his hat trick this game week.
No, Kudus.
Literally 1 week later, though. 1 week later, yeah, 2 assists in the same game as Koleosho. They ran the game. They did, literally ran the game. Anyway,
right, the double on the assists, mate. Both to get an assist.
I was on fire. See, if I was doing a daily fantasy in that game or something, and I picked them two, I'd be laughing again. I'd be on my way to being as rich as you. Right, this week's pick. It's another beauty. It's not another obvious one who people know. People, you won't even know his first name if I tell you his surname. Yeah, just like Luca Koleosho. This week it is a man who hasn't played all the games, but he's fought his way back into the team. He had a little niggle. He's had a price rise already this week. It is Semenyo for Bournemouth.
I know him. The Bournemouth lad.
Pastor Semenya.
It's not, no, that is the controversial runner in the Olympics. We won't go into that.
The female runner, you could say it, JB. It's all right.
I weren't quite sure. That's why I didn't say it.
I'm not sure.
Does anyone know his first name?
Adam or something?
No, not far off.
It's also the name. Right?
Antoine, yes. Yes, Doyle's just had a look on the website. Well done. Antoine Semenyo. Yeah, he looked really, really lively in the last game. His minutes have been going up since he's come back from injury. And he had some positive words as well from the manager. So, yeah, I just like what I saw again. The usual eye test. That's how I've been picking him. He's on FPL purposes. He's 4.6 million, which is Archer standards. And if I was going for a cheap budget striker, I'd go him over Archer now because I think Archer's days could be numbered soon. He might start getting benched. Bournemouth got a really good fixture run as well. Same as Burnley for Luca Koleosho. So watch this space. Who's next?
Josh is next.
Easy. This one's easy this week. Just came back from injury. The other best player on his team has just gone down. He's fallen down. He's injured. And most importantly, my favourite thing about my guy is he doesn't celebrate when he scores, because he doesn't need to celebrate when he scores because he's so good. Michael Elise is 5.8 million, 0.2% owned, and he's got 2 decent fixtures. He's got West Ham this week, and I think he's got something like Bournemouth or Burnley next week or something like that. So, yeah. Bournemouth next week. Oh, God, that was a good guess. Yeah, so Michael Elise, I think he's going to step up while Eze's got his crutches on or whatever he's doing. I think Michael Elise is a good pick this week.
Yeah, he's a good. And I like the fact that if they haven't got Eze, he turns into the talisman. He could be on a lot of set pieces and stuff. And what a worldie! Did anyone see the goal he scored?
Came back with a bang.
Really did. Doyle, come on, winner last week. Who you got this week?
It's very tough without doing the research.
He's got a lot of pressure on him here. He wants to defend it.
He's looking at all the things right now, trying to pull someone out of his arsehole.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good when we've all picked a player who's just scored, but I'm gonna do it because I can't find anyone else in the meantime. So I'm gonna go for a legend of the game. Played for Chelsea in the past. Played for Arsenal. Is now on penalties. Mr. Willian for Fulham.
I like it.
I like that. He's had a right game last night, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Which always feels bad when you're chasing the points, but I'm a bit of a points chaser, so it's on it. I'm gonna do it.
Good price as well, 5.3 million.
Yeah, so check this space next week and think of us when Willian bangs a hat trick, and those 2 guys fail, who I can't even remember the names of, Castor Semenya and.
Remember, this is only for 1 week though, our points thing, and he is away at Liverpool this week, so I'm not sure.
No, I like that. That's part of it, JB. That's part of it.
Fulham away at
Anfield. He's going to shush the crowd.
To madness, yeah.
He's going to shush the crowd.
Bold.
Okay, Josh, send us out because I need to start cooking.
No worries, mate. I'll start cooking right now. So we're on X. We are all in FPL. And on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel, which is also All in FPL. The next person to subscribe will be the 200th subscriber. So I think we'll see an influx when this goes out. There'll be a
special prize first. That's the 200 subscribers. Josh, have you got a special gift lined up?
Yeah, we have to give him something.
Yeah, I'll transfer the subscriber a £5 for the 200. Are we allowed to bribe? Are we allowed to do it?
Right. Oh, I'm going after someone, 250 each.
We'll split it.
Yeah. They can be our first Patreon member, free of charge.
No, I'll get them a pint whenever I next see them. Whoever, it'll be a family member. So, and
they can DM us any advice we want. So if they want a hot pick like Willian, just come straight to us and Doyle will sort them out.
We got a very useful comment last week, by the way. I was looking through our comments from the last 5-6 videos, and they said, and it was spot on actually, they said we were low energy last week because Doyle was asleep. I mean, Doyle was actually asleep for the whole of the podcast.
It was done at 11 o'clock, wasn't it? Because waiting for you.
It was actually done at 11 o'clock, to be fair.
We've all got a lot. I was proud of the observation. I was like, fair play. They noticed that.
Way past my bedtime.
I was praying it'd get sacked off last week. I was thinking I just want to go to bed.
Yeah, so we're back with a bang this week. There's more energy in there. Like, we're talking about stupid picks again. We're back to our best. All right. And that is that, guys. Doyle, go and get your cooking done. All right.
Have a good game week, everyone. See you later.
See you later, guys. Take care.
Guys.